What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a long overdue deck profile of my Salamangreat deck profile. Now, at first I didn't want to dabble in this kind of deck, but at the same time I've seen how good it did in the UDS, a little bit in the ARG event, last year, or was it this year? I don't fucking know. I lost track of time. So, I know everybody says that Salamangreats is one of the best meta decks out there. And me being the crazy bitch, I didn't give Salas a chance to actually shine in my part. Now, I've won a few matches with this deck. I've started to see why it's been such a good deck. The only downside is, this deck to me is like more of a budget feel to it. I don't know if you guys can call it that. But another thing that I haven't done many Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles for the longest time because I'm trying to focus more on Cardfight Vanguard. But, you know, it is what it is, you guys. You know, life gets in the way. Sometimes you want to dabble into different card games. But that's a choice. You know, it's a very difficult choice to go through. But you know what? Today is just deck profiling, and I'll give you my reasons why I run certain cards, whether you guys like it or not. You guys are very entitled to your opinion. That's okay. But in the end, it's my deck profile. It's my fucking channel. I do what I want on it. Except run naked. That's the only thing I cannot do. Damn. Anyways. So all jokes aside, we're going to dive right into this deck profile with you guys. So. Okay. So the first thing we're going to start off with is 3 copies of Salamangreat Foxy. To me, you know, he's basically like a Surger, even though he has 2 different effects, which half of them already do, as far as everyone knows. Basically, Foxy does, his main effect is, when he's summoned to the field by normal summon, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and just so happens you get a Salamangreat card among those. You add that to your hand, and the rest goes back in your deck and reshuffle. So, that is, you know, a perfectly good way to, you know, shuffle your deck more in case you're missing some certain cards, so you get a better chance out of it. Another effect he has, as long as you control a face-up field spell on your platform, you basically can discard one Salamangreat card. I have a hard time saying that just without saying right there. Salamangreat card, and special summon him from the graveyard. And if you do, you can blow up one spell or trap card on the field. So that's not too bad. But I found out that Foxy's ability on that one is a choice. You know, you could choose to blow up a spell card on the field, but you'd rather just have that in the field to just summon it. So, you may have blown your chance on that one if it's a very good spell, but that's your choice. Moving on, we have 3 Spinnies, which is your not only your power booster, but you can special summon him from the graveyard, but the downside is he's banished once he leaves the field. However, with if you overlay him with Gazelle or Foxy or any level 3 monster, he becomes MirageStallio's material. And basically what I found out about this, which I'm very stupid on, and my dumbass didn't think about this sooner, when you're considered a material, he's no longer a monster, so he goes straight to the graveyard. So you can keep using his effect over and over again unless you're in a dire situation, which he is forced to be banished when he leaves the field. So that's the downside. But you know what? It happens, you know, for the best of us. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Fennec. You're all probably thinking, why Fennec? Fennec has that fusion, it gives me a fusion of fire easily when he's used for a link 2 or higher material for Salamangreat. His other ability I found out, which I'm a dumbass for not doing this sooner, and now I'm finally starting to see how good he is. When a Salamangreat monster from the extra deck, that was special summoned from the extra deck, is destroyed by battle by a card effect, you can special summon him from the graveyard in defense mode. So it gives you another wall that your opponent has to go through in order to, you know, keep your life points in check. Unless your opponent has a spell or trap or monster effect that can negate his activation, and if he does, that's destroyed or banished, which that'll fucking suck for you because your whole combo, this is a very combo deck I found out, and it's very link link attack kind of thing if you can do it right. So you just gotta watch out for those two. And you know, half the time you get your normal spells card from your deck to your hand, just so long as it has Salamangreat in its name. So that's a little bit of bonus. Next, I'm playing 2 Jaguars because I've seen some profiles who play normally 1, which I used to do, but I also saw somebody who played 2 and saying that if one Jaguar gets banished by Call by the Grave or anything that does the graveyard effect, you have another Jaguar in its place on the next turn as a spare. So, in case your opponent blows up the first one, you have a second Jaguar on standby. And also, it's an 18k beat stick, so, you know, that part can go both ways if you really think about it. Next, we have one Fowl for the special summoning ability, 1 Falco, 1 Gazelle. Sadly, I did this, I'm doing this deck profile after the ban list was released, so I never did a chance to do a full deck profile with you guys before the ban list got announced. So I'm still mad at that ban list, but fuck it, who cares. Next, we have 3, we're running hand traps. We're playing 3 Effect Veilers and 3 Ash Blossoms. Now, this may seem like a weird strategy for me, because I'm trying to stick with the whole fire theme to this. I know most of you would be thinking about, where's Phantasme, or where's Sideframe Gamma, or, you know, anything that you pro players use in your time. It's my choice, you know. I play the deck the way I want to play it, and that's all there is to it. And I'm happy with the results sometimes this deck can do in a competitive scene. It can still hold on its own, which is a good thing, because most players would be like, oh, you can't play that deck right unless you have certain cards, like expensive cards. I don't think personally you can actually do that, because everyone's entitled to their opinions, and most of us are on different budgets, so most of us don't have, you know, those ways of getting those cards. I mean, I used to have a Phantasme, but I sold it because I needed some gas money for gas. And you're all probably gonna be thinking like, well, aren't you a poor person? Fuck you. At least I ain't no rich snob like you fucking twats. Anyways, that's all for monsters. Moving on, we're going for spells. We're playing 2 Sanctuaries because normally people say run only 1 because it's just going to be a clogging kind of thing if you get 2 in the same hand. It's not as cloggy as you think it is, because if your opponent destroys the first one, you can obviously just search out for another one. So you have 2 chances of using Balelynx's ability, or you may already have one in your hand on standby in case you want to do like Foxy's effect to bring it back by discarding a Salamangreat card. So there's a 2-way thing. Next, I play 1 Will of Salamangreat just because these effects are kind of tricky. You can either special summon monsters from the hand or graveyard by their first effect once per turn, or if you control a monster, if you use a monster that has the same name as that material for a reincarnated link summon, you can send this card to the grave and special summon those 3 monsters that were used for up to the number of the link reigns that monster had. Obvious choice. Next, I play 2 Fusion of Fires just because if one gets burned, you have another one to spare. I know many people are be saying, where is super polymerization? I sold mine a long time ago. That's a choice. You know, I didn't see how good it was before, so my dumbass didn't see it sooner. So, you know, lesson learned. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Next, I play 1 Recurrence, 1 Circle, and then we have our normal generic spells, which is gonna be Monster Reborn, Prismatic, which I love the Prismatic part of this. Raigeki, 3 Cynet Minings. Yes, I did pull some strings on this moment, and 1 War Legacy Succession. Now, I'm in the process of getting 2 more Successions because I've seen how good it is. Now, the downside is you can only activate once per turn, but that's all you probably need at that moment. So if Monster Reborn gets hit by a spell or trap or monster effect, you have a Succession or Will of Salamangreat to help you out on the same time too. So that's all the materials you kind of need for your deck, and, you know, we all have different types of decks or types of builds that people can use in pro level plays or just fun out locals. I'm just thinking, like, what do you guys what kind of builds do you guys do at your deck profiles? Do you guys do it for fun? You guys do it for pro playing? You guys care about winning more? Like, the comment is all yours, honey. Let me know. For traps, I played 2 Salamangreat Rages. Mainly because I love the effect of, if you control a monster that was using the same material as Reincarnated Link Summon, you can choose that one Link monster as long as Salamangreat, and you can destroy up to that many cards, up to the number of Link reigns that monster had, which is fucking awesome. And the other effect is, you can send one Salamangreat card from your hand to pop 1 card on the field. So that's not bad. And next, I played 2 Roars, which is an obvious choice to negate and destroy a monster effect or a spell or trap that affects it. So, not a bad choice. Next, 2 Solemn Strikes, and my personal favorite, 2 Magic Cylinders. Why Magic Cylinder, you guys ask? Just for the little cheeky moments, just like, you want to add a little flair to your own builds, and that's what I did. Because I have been always the queen of different tech cards, besides the normal standard kind of build that people have. And that, again, guys, that's a choice. Next, for extra deck, we're playing 3 Balelynxes. I've seen people play at least 2 Balelynxes, or at least 1 Balelynx, but that's their own weird build. I don't get it, but it's like, if Balelynx is available to you at 3, fucking use it. Don't be hesitant. Next, I played 3 Wolfies, 2 Heatleos. At one point in time, I was playing 3 Heatleos, and all because most of the two Leos I had usually get blown up if you don't have a Balelynx, or the fact is are banished. So it's like, I don't get that part, but so it sucks. Next, we have Apollousa Bow Goddess. She's a recently new card for me. I recently obtained last Saturday, which I find she's a very handy card, but it's just my dumbass made a few mistakes on the True Draco players. So again, I'm still learning how to use a card like that, so I'm not mad about it. Next, I'm playing Rasterliger. I just thought it was very cute because it's a very cute liger. And it's a good effect too, just for that 1 turn. Then we got 1 Borreload, 2 MirageStallios, and 2 Chimeras. And I know some people say run at least 1 Chimera and 1 MirageStallio. But the problem is with that is, for me, it's difficult to get a certain combo off, and I like to keep it as tight as possible with that. So, no complaints there. Now, for side decking, still in progress, but I'll give you guys a show anyways. 3 Ghost Sisters because of the increased ability, and plus you can use this on your opponent's turn if you're going to go into time. So, yes. And then with 3 Pankratops, 3 Scythes for that extra deck summoning lockout from your opponent, 3 Call by the Graves, and 3 Crackdowns. Now, I will change the side deck up a little bit because I found out their Altergeist is still in a thing. And there's some people who play a lot of trap cards like Paleozoic Frogs, which I don't think that's going to affect much, but fuck it. You know, I'll probably add a few reboots or so, but we'll just see. So, anyways, is this deck profile ever Siren Frost approved? It is to me. Now, I know you're all probably thinking, like, are you like a dumb bitch or anything? Like, I know I'm probably getting a lot of bad remarks or bad comments about this because Salamangreat is supposed to be representing the pro players and how they use it, but again, for me, it's still a good deck. It's still a fun one to play against people, even though some people just fucking hate it. But if you want to get judgmental, then be judgmental. I'm not going to stop you. I can't stop you for that, but, you know, at the end, we're all entitled to our very own opinions about which deck we can want to play, and if it suits our playstyle more. We're not entitled, or not, we're not meant to fit in everybody's, you know, playstyle like everyone. Everyone has their different playstyles. So, please do me a favor, respect my wishes on having my own playstyle and my own belief on what cards I want to play or not. Now, you're all very entitled to your own opinions. I will welcome that. I will also take criticism if you guys think there's something wrong with this deck. But, again, this is all my choice, and I hope you guys can respect my choices on why I did this. So, overall, you guys, thank you all for watching. And if you have any, and if you want to, please subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, leave a comment down below. And of course, you know me for a fact, you know I'm that one crazy bitch that does this. I will leave a full deck list of this deck profile in the description down below, so go ahead and check that out and let me know your guys' thoughts and what can be changed. So, anyways, you guys, I'm probably going to bed. I know it's very late, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye, guys.